Welcome to our first video on Audacity, Only the Basics. In my video tutorials, I will be using the version created for Mac users. While the appearance may be slightly different from the Chrome extension, both versions provide similar abilities for recording, editing, and saving. And at first glance, this tool doesn't seem to be that exciting, especially if you're comparing it to Apple's GarageBand. But once you dive in, you'll see that its capabilities are comparable to the Apple version. As well, for students, the GarageBand could be a little distracting with some of its fun additional features. With Audacity, you can download plugins for many of those features if necessary. Let's take a look at the basics so that you can make your first recording. The first toolbar that you'll want to be noticing is our recording and playback toolbar. And of course, all of these buttons are identical to any other recording tool. I'm just going to press record and you'll notice that an audio clip appears. The keyboard shortcuts for basic commands are identical to those you would use in most computer programs, such as Control or Command X to cut and Control or Command V to paste. You'll also notice up at the top screen in our toolbar, we have the undo and the redo buttons as well. Let's take a closer look at another toolbar. The selection tool is already highlighted, and this is the tool that you're going to be using if you're wanting to select a portion of your audio tool, if you're wanting to do any trimming of your audio tool, or if you're wanting to move your audio. Before we begin recording, check your audio setup. I'm using the internal mic on my computer, but if you have an external mic or speakers, it would be good to check that they are connected first. You can easily make a recording to double check. And in your Chromebook extension, be sure to allow the program to access your microphone. Audacity has a range of editing tools. For this tutorial, I'll just focus on the basic ones. And let's practice these tools on our test recording. These tools will only work if you have stopped the playback of your audio clip. To edit, hover your selection tool over the end of a clip. You'll notice it will have changed, and we can do a trim. And that works from both ends, just like so. If you want to edit an unwanted audio in the middle of a clip, just hover with your mouse. Make sure that you have the selection tool in the area where you want the audio, and my selection tool is on. And then we'll do our right click, choose split clip, and that will separate the audio. And from then you can also further trim each of those audio if you prefer. Very, very simple. You can also take audio and you can just click and drag it to move it to different parts of your clip. Audacity does have the ability to save our work automatically, but it would be a good practice to name the project in the beginning and save it again after any changes have been made. When you close the Audacity application, it does remind you about saving changes, which is helpful. So the simplest option with your desktop version is to save your audio as an AUP file on your computer. If you're using the Chrome extension on a Chromebook, you can save it to your Google Drive. This is the Audacity audio file type. You'll notice the AUP3. It can only be opened with the Audacity application. The next step would be for sharing. So you're going to go again to the File menu, drop down, Export Audio, and this is where you're going to be able to change the format. So MP3 files are very popular. They don't take up a lot of space. If you want better quality, you would want to use the WAV file. I'm going to export the entire project, and there it has my name attached, and it's being saved on my desktop, and so I will export. If you choose to use the share audio, the file will be stored in the Audacity audio format, but you will need an account on audio.com website. I would recommend students export the file as a WAV or MP3 file to their Google Drive. They would be familiar with the share settings in Google. To learn about more advanced tools in Audacity, continue to watch the next video in the series, Beyond the Basics.